First off, on Ethan Hamilton, I know he was going to go for a scan. Is there any update on that?
Yeah, it's not good news. We think we know Ethan's going to be out for the season, so it's pretty disappointing. Feel for Eve because he's been brilliant for us this year. So it's not great. Done some menisci damage. So at best, I think we'll see him in pre-season at best. So yeah, it's not good for Ethan at the moment.
No, again, it's a real blow, isn't it? Because although you have players in that position at the moment performing well, he's such a key part, an integral part of your squad. Yeah,
I think the reason we brought Connor in was to try and bolster that area. So yeah, to lose Ethan quite early is not great. And again, I just feel for him because he's been doing so well for the team and works really hard for the team and is a great trainer and a great lad. So he's going to be out for quite some time, and we wish him all the best. I know the medical team will work really hard to just do the best by him. But yeah, the scan didn't go great, and what they found was not great. So yeah, nothing. We were not going to see him for the rest of the season.
Everybody else come through okay from Tuesday?
A few, yeah. No, Connor's actually struggling a little bit. So again, he's had to go for a scan today. So he finished the game, but he's touch and go. Could be something, could be nothing. But he finished the game and then had a slight niggle. Well, we think it's a slight niggle, but we don't know. Again, could be another injury. But everybody else has come through okay.
Is it one of those weeks where you're going to probably wait till Friday afternoon before you probably start thinking about your team fully because you're just not sure who?
Yeah, probably. I think I keep saying it though. There's ups and downs, isn't it? And things can turn quickly, and that's the nature of the industry. There's so many ups and so many downs. How we can keep level and calm in all situations is really important. And I think I think it might be. We're looking at Stevenage today. We're looking at what the team needs to look like, and then we need to get a few bodies back tomorrow to see what we can select from.
It's a nice point to look at that your tenure from Stevenage to Stevenage, obviously first game to where we are now. What do you think's been the biggest changes, the biggest improvements in that time?
I think there's loads. I know some of them you see, some of them you can't see because just the nature of the industry and the game. I think the lads' mentality has been fantastic. I think the group's got stronger with the ball. I think we've been defending really, really well. I think the way that the style of play has changed a little bit from that first game when I came in. And I also think the squad depth has got stronger, and we've got injuries back, so the group looks and feels very different, which is nice and good. And you just seen movements since that point. But loads of positives. We just know we've got a really tough game coming up on Saturday.
And has that progression happened quicker than you expected when you first joined?
No, I don't think so. I think it's just it takes that form and that natural evolution of a team and a squad and getting to know each other, getting a style of play. They understand a little bit more how I want them to play and how we want to go about things as a coaching staff and a group. And I think there was some really good performances in the week against Shrewsbury. It saw elements that were really exciting again moving forward. And I don't think it ever ends. I think we were always looking to improve, which is great. And I think the players are doing that and are on board with that.
It's our job to talk up Saturday's game as being such a big game, of course. But do you do that for the players as well? Do you put on them the importance of how big Saturday could be or not?
I think every game's important. I think every game over the last few weeks that we've been doing well in has been an important game, because I think every game you go, this is another important game, and I just think we're going into another important game, and if we perform, we do well, I think we can get points out of the game, but I think we've got to perform first, and then we'll see at the end of the 5 p.m. on Saturday how well we've done.
And I remember sitting here at the start of February, we looked at the fixtures on the board and the amount of games coming up. You must be so happy though with what's happened by the end of the month. Yeah, really pleased. I have said to the group, I said, well done, really pleased. And I said to them, can we go again? Can we be ruthless? Can we improve? Can we show a mentality of a strong team? And can we be confident with and without the ball? And I think you've seen that. And I've actually seen, even in the last 9 games, I'm seeing them growing all the time. And I think that's really, really, really exciting. And I think the fans can see them growing all the time as individuals and as a collective. So yeah, I've been really pleased with their performances, but I still think in all of those performances we could even have better performances. So I said to them, you'll get bored of me, because all I want to do is try and improve you and get you better and get us better. But yeah, let's keep going. I noticed Chris Cohen kind of ran past us pre-match on Tuesday, and made his way up to the gantry. Is that something you're trying to look at? Something making the most of having that extra man that you maybe didn't have early doors in your team?
You must have caught him. He's been in. Yeah, he's been doing, like, he goes upstairs and sits upstairs on the mic. So we have a live feed. We have Chris upstairs tactically looking for who's mic'd up to Scotty on the bench, so we can discuss all that. And yeah, Chris has been doing that role since he's been in, and then he comes down and sees us and runs up and down sometimes if we lose connection. But yeah, I think it's important. I think the coaching staff are working really well. I think the dynamic with the staff is fantastic all around the club, and I think the players can feel that as well. And like I say, every day when we're on the training pitch, we're trying to improve, and I think that's our job.
And we get to that final couple of months of the season. When do you start thinking about next season and the summer and what could happen, or is that already being thought about but maybe on the back burner a little bit?
Yeah, I think that's for us on the back burner. Like, we're thinking about it all the time. I always say in football you have to live in two lanes, the fast lane and the slow lane, and we're in the fast lane for sure at the minute. We're looking after today and tomorrow, but then on the other side of the fence with Jez and the recruitment team, and they're looking at next year what that needs to look like for us. And I think we have to have a balance as coaching staff, and definitely myself, because I want to keep focus on what we're doing at the minute, and let other people worry about next season at the moment.
And just finally on the home support from someone who's been here quite a long time now, there was a real buzz back on Tuesday night, wasn't there, at full time? There felt like there was something really coming alive in a sense. Did you feel that on Tuesday as well, that you felt like there was something developing there?
Yeah, I think that's partly because the fans are enjoying what they're seeing, I think, and that's great. I think it's partly because the players are playing for the shirt. I think that's partly because we're getting some results. But I think the fans have been great ever since I've been in, to be honest. I've never felt like there hasn't been a buzz at Linear, and I just think the fans have been fantastic, and I generally mean that. And the away fans at Port Vale, and I love the lads celebrating with the fans. I love that connection that the players have with the fans. I think that's something that's really special that you can miss sometimes at higher levels. And when I've been in Premier League, the best places have been when the fans are connected with the players, and I'm really all for that.